Welcome to Any Hoop Podcast with any host, your boy JC.
Your boy 4-5. What's up with y'all?
And we talking about basketball. Alright, so, first thing first, we gotta start off with the games that we've been watching. You feel me? Just our thoughts on the overall NBA season so far. And I'm gonna let y'all know how I'm feeling right now is that the Cavs are something to watch. They back. It was good. First, it was good seeing them against the Golden State and having a close game because it was like a old rivalry again.
Yeah,
Like
exactly.
back in the finals.
Exactly.
They was going at it. The Cavs did not win that game. Sadly, they lost.
Yeah.
I think it was a buzzer beater or it was close.
Like Steph hit like the last three.
Yeah. Steph won.
Yeah.
He's having a year.
Yeah. I mean, I'm glad that the Cavs like have developed their own identity so that it comes to the point where it's just like now it's not always Steph versus LeBron. It's going to now there's Steph versus Cavs again. Because at the end of the day, he does have a hatred towards that franchise. Not hatred, but there's a rivalry there because of what happened. Yeah. Just that team, not LeBron James.
They try to play like it's not a rivalry, but it's a legit rivalry. And like you were saying, LeBron gone. But the rivalry still continues, so that's something that maybe down the line might continue even when Steph and Clay and them off the team as well. And the young guys take over. Maybe Jordan Poole, takes on that joint. But that was something that I'm seeing this year. I'm seeing the Cavs is like they here. Garland scored 51 the other night.
Yeah, he did.
He's a bucket.
Yeah, he's a bucket, and that's not even. I would consider that he's past first, especially with D Mitch being there right now. So like that was amazing to see him, have 50. And do his thing. Yeah. Did D Mitch play that game?
No, I didn't.
Yeah,
he didn't play that game. That's why. That's why he scored 50.
Yeah, of course.
It was just like, this is my time to get off. Like I ain't get off all year. I've been watching Cuz get off all year. I'm about to get off right here. And they lost that game, but he got a bucket. You feel me? He wouldn't got a bucket. So the Cavs, I'm surprised with the Cavs. You feel me? I'm surprised with the Cavs. I'm liking it. My only thing is I'm gonna say is they a little bit reminded me of the Bulls from last year when they were scorching hot, number one in the East, but they kept losing to good teams. This team is losing close games to good teams. I think they beat Boston one time, but they lost to the Sixers twice. Close games, but they lost to the Sixers twice. So against good teams, and they definitely lost to Boston one time too. So good teams, they having a little struggle with good teams, but we'll see.
We'll have to see. Definitely a new roster too, so we'll have to see like down the line how it works out.
Definitely,
but
I'm liking how they rocking. They starting off surprising me this year. I ain't know.
Yeah.
What about you? Any other thoughts?
As far as the Cavs or just overall?
Just overall in the NBA.
Overall, he talked about this last podcast, and there's actually other NBA speaking up about it. Kyle Kuzma said something about it himself, but like it's not looking the best for the Mavericks right now. I definitely think it'll still be a playoff team, but it's just definitely showing the holes on the roster. I do feel like they're not like pushing championship just yet, but Luka can't keep having a 40-point triple-double and winning by 5.
2 to 5 points. It's getting crazy
against
man.
the Orlando Magic.
You feel me?
They can't keep
you feel me? You feel me? That's what I was saying, man.
It's great for my fantasy team, but
it's great for the legacy of Luka. I'm here for the legacy of Luka.
Yeah, I'm always here
not
for
the
legacy.
Mavericks, but it don't look like Cuz is leaving. So we gonna need the Mavericks to be good.
But
you feel me?
A team I want to talk about is actually the team that beat the Cavs. They did a big trade this summer, and I think it kind of like put a wrench in the KD thing if it was going to happen. But the Timberwolves, come on, wake up. Anthony Edwards, he's talking about y'all playing soft. Y'all did that big trade, and y'all in the worst position than the team that dumped a bunch of their players dumped their good players. Yes. They dumped D Mitch and Rudy Gobert. They supposed to be tanking, and they doing better than you right now.
Yeah.
Show something.
I told y'all, we talked about this last podcast. Like I was saying, Karl Anthony Towns, when are you going to be Bull? Yeah. When is it going to be it?
And it's just noticeable that at the 4 he's not a big defender. He was always not the best defender, but now he has to guard perimeter guys. Your 4 is going to be Kyle Kuzma, LeBron James. It's going to be guys who would have been 3 years ago. Mm-hmm. So you're going to guard KD sometimes. Like at some point you gotta help on the perimeter. You gotta do something.
Cuz can't guard KD.
Yeah, no, he can't.
He's supposed to be able to guard KD.
If you're going to be moving him to that position, he's going to be on a lot of switches.
Y'all listen. When he came out, he was supposed to be Bull. He was supposed to be AD. He should be able to guard KD. He's supposed to be that type of caliber guy.
I think he has athleticism.
I'm still waiting. Listen, he got everything he needs. I'm still waiting for him to be the guy. Mm-hmm. And they done passed off on him and start focusing on AE. And it's deserved, well deserved. But come on, man. Yeah. They gave up on you. Like,
you're right.
That don't make you mad?
Yeah, team with 3 number 1 picks. I gotta be contenders.
I ain't think Rudy Gobert is gonna help that team anyway. They just not. Listen, bro, they just not it to me. Like, the way they play in the playoffs, every time they remind me of how the Portland Trailblazers were. Like, how the Hawks used to be back when they had Kyle Korver and all them. Yeah, and all them. Yup, exactly. Yeah. Like, even when the Grizzlies, when they had Zach Randolph and Marc Gasol and all them. I mean, it was cool. It's just like your middle-of-the-road team.
Yeah.
Like, y'all gotta do something. Somebody gotta be somebody. Like, somebody gotta step up and be that guy. That's what y'all really need. Y'all just need somebody to take a leap forward. That's really all.
And I know it's a tired statement, but I do think that once it gets to like playoffs, it's proven. Like we see it every year. This Rudy kind of gets exposed as far as like the perimeter. I know it's a tired statement, but if we keep seeing it, you're gonna get more tired of it.
That's what I'm saying.
So
it's true.
Especially when you have a 4 who can't really guard the perimeter that crazy either. It's gonna show a little bit more.
And it's looking like it wasn't D Mitchell's fault. Because he wasn't passing you the ball. I can see why. He passed K Love the ball, and that's crazy.
He got Jared Allen and Evan Mobley's getting plenty of lobs. So you know.
It must be because. That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. Speaking of though, we're going to go into our favorite games that we have seen this past 2 weeks. And you want to start off?
Yeah, I'll start off. I'm going to talk about a favorite game I've seen like the past 2 days. Maybe 3. I don't remember. It's kind of hard to keep track of time. But, you know, Darius Garland, yes, he went out there and had 51. Did not get a chance to see that game. But that night was actually clouded over. That night was actually taken over by a man who had 2K numbers. And that was Embiid.
Yes.
He had, thankfully, like, I got the day off. Shout out to the person who gave me that day off. They probably not watching the podcast, but shout out to them anyways. I had the day off. Got to see Embiid. He had like 59, 10, 8, 7 blocks.
He had 56, right?
No, he had 59.
He had 59?
I think he had 59.
That's crazy. He had 60.
He was snapping, and then the crazy thing is, you already know you can't do nothing with him when he's in the paint. So he's hooping, and then you're like, all right, well, he's gonna keep driving on me, but no, he's not. He's gonna get a little fade on you. So that game was amazing for me because, you know, I said in the last podcast as a Sixers fan, it was really hurting me. I know he was hurt, but like he was lacking a little bit. I know James Harden is hurt right now, so it gave time for Tyrese Maxey to shine, and even Tobias. And they didn't do great that game. If y'all was watching that game, they did not do the best. Tyrese, he had 18 points on like 24 shots. And Embiid, he went out there and he put the team on his back. And like early in the season, didn't look like even though it was early, didn't look like he'd be an MVP candidate. That game, as just like an NBA fan and as a Sixers fan, showed me that he could, you know, still has that MVP dog in him to, you know, and can still carry the team on his back. So that was great for me.
Yeah, no, that was great on that game. That was great.
Not to mention the game before he gave us 40. So 102 games.
Come on now.
But
what was I gonna say? Oh, it was great to see that game specifically because he played like a wing player in that game, and that's how he got a lot of his buckets because nobody knew what to do with him. Like,
exactly.
It was times where he was supposed to hand the ball off to Maxey and he deferred. Like, he canceled that play and went ahead and just got a bucket because they was giving him too much space. Like, he was like, oh, I'm going to drive. He's looking like a hybrid between Giannis and the Joker. Like, something like that. Like, you feel me? But it's Embiid. You feel me? Like, he looking crazy, man. He looking crazy. They just got to pull it together. I'm going to say one thing about the Sixers is the defense with the guards is still not good. It's been a trend for years. Like, Trae Young just went in there and lit y'all up.
Yeah.
This is bad. Always been bad. Y'all gonna have to, you know, tighten up on that.
And just adjustments too, because the adjustment can't always be your star player having 60.
No,
it just doesn't happen in the playoffs. So
this is a side note, but I gotta ask you the question: should this be Doc Rivers last year if they can't get to the chip?
Yeah, absolutely. You know, you got rid of Brett Brown because you wanted to win. I remember before we had the podcast, you know, some of the guys were telling me like, oh yeah, Doc Rivers ain't the best coach to have, but I felt like he was the best available at the time. You know what I mean? Like, he was the most experienced available.
That's true.
And, you know, the people who were available, who had the experience, weren't picking up the phone. You know what I mean? You know, Pat Riley's not leaving Miami.
No.
But Phil Jackson's staying at home. But, you know, Daru's was the best available. But every time we just keep getting stopped at the second round. And there was a time we were supposed to get through the second round against the Hawks. Like, that was our... I think that was a better opportunity than when Kawhi hit that game winner on us. But, yeah, it's tired, especially if you're known as a coach that can't, like, make adjustments, and it's not like you're doing a lot of plays, and that was your kind of the problem with the Clippers. That's why they burnt out, because when they went against the Nuggets in that 3-1 that last game, that game 7, they had a lead. Then Kawhi and Paul George just missing shots. It was a lot of ISO in there. It's not gonna work. You got to kind of like learn from your mistakes. You've been in the leagues way too long. Yeah. I want him to go, and I wouldn't be surprised if it starts like looking a little iffy if he were to go from the team like before the playoffs even got around.
Yeah, because some of that, like at first when they first started playing and they were having troubles with Embiid and Harden on the court trying to get adjustment, I'll put that on those two guys. Like, y'all gotta, you know, step up, learn how to play with each other,
figure it out, make adjustments to your game.
But the more it go on, the more you gotta blame the coach. Like, come on, bro. Like, you got some of the actions aren't like sometimes, like you were saying, sometimes it just ends up being ISO ball between Embiid and Harden. Like, they get frustrated with each other, like, because this system just not working. So they gotta figure out, you know, Doc gotta figure out how to run some action for both of these guys or something like that. Yeah. Just don't be the Lakers, because I done watched the Lakers do pick and roll with AD in like 20 different ways, not 20 different ways, one way type time, like 20 different times. And that's not a playbook. I don't know. That's why they bad, bro.
That's a 2K playbook.
They play bad. They play so bad. I watched them versus the Nets. That was so bad. Both teams have no coaching, and it looks like it. It's terrible.
I think the only difference in that game was the fact that you had AD, and I know AD looked great, but like it was the Nets. There's no perimeter defense. Interior defense. There's no perimeter defense either.
AD did not look that good, bro. If you watched it, AD did not, he just looked like how he was supposed to look. But some of that stuff, exactly. Exactly. Like, they was missing shots. He was grabbing the rebound. He was putting it back up like he was supposed to. He just looked healthy. That's really all. And then LeBron out there, so somebody got to pick up the extra points.
Exactly.
But they look bad, bro. Like, the coaching over there gotta get it together, because y'all not running no action, no plays. It looks terrible. Everybody out there is it look frustration. Y'all look frustrated. They look frustrated out there. Like, the plays that we calling aren't working, so I just gotta be Russell Westbrook. I just gotta be LeBron. I just gotta be AD.
We know y'all got more picks. We know it's a rule. You can't trade every first round pick. So stop acting like the 27, 2029 pick is the last bit. Don't do Brown like that. Don't just let him go 15 and 67 and have the chance to get Victor Wembanyama, but he goes to the Pelicans because of the AD trade. Don't do that. Be real.
Be real.
Come on.
Be for real. I'm go into my favorite game of the last 2 weeks was the Bucks versus Thunder that went to double overtime, and there's a lot of surprises for me that game. Giddey, my guy Giddey. He's a bucket. I like him, bro. He can be on a lot of other teams. Like, the Lakers need him. The Lakers need somebody like him, because he a playmaker on the low key. Bro, on the low key. I was real surprised with him. He was getting buckets.
He's a new age guard.
Yeah. Tall. Like, on the low key. They even got what's his name?
Shea?
No, this is guy, he not in the league yet. They call him the
Jewish Jordan.
Yeah, they call him the Jewish Jordan.
Yeah.
I wish I could get your name Jewish Jordan, but listen,
we'll have your name next podcast.
Yeah, we'll have your name next podcast. Jewish Jordan ain't that bad. Listen, that ain't a bad name. You feel me? But like, I was watching his highlights, and then I seen Giddey, and I was like, yo, Giddey's like the Jewish Jordan boy. Like, it's a new age thing they got going on. I was liking the passing and everything that was going on. And despite the fact that the Bucks didn't have Giannis, the Bucks still won. It's crazy. You feel me? They just that deep. Like, they really just that deep. The boy Carter had like 36 points.
Y'all see the interview?
Yeah, and then the interview, they asked him, they was like, bro, like, when did you know that you had it going on and you was on fire today? He said, when I woke up.
It was like, so what did you say when you got up this morning? Like, what did you say to yourself? Let's get it.
Shout
out Javon Carter, yo.
I was like, He got that. He got that dog in him. I think that's what they be saying on Twitter. He got that dog in him. You feel me, bro? I was like, ooh, I like him.
Yeah, that was great.
So that was a good game. I like that. All right, boom. We're gonna move into a true and false segment.
Okay.
You feel me?
I like that.
And we're gonna ask quick questions. You feel me? The Heat. The Heat will win the chip this year? True or false?
False.
Explain why.
I don't even see them getting out the East. I think Kyle Lowry's Asian. It's just a thing that happens. I don't think he's like a bad player, but I think they were a little bit late on grabbing Kyle Lowry.
That's true.
And then I just don't think there's a lot of offensive movement. You have Tyler Hero, who's probably like your best overall offensive player as far as getting the bucket. You have a good amount of shooters around you, but like every playoff season, it seems either Jimmy Butler's having 40 or that season where they got like I think swept by the Bucks. It's like, well, Jimmy Butler, where's your offense? And no, I don't think any championship team should be like their be all end all. Not to say not necessarily your best, but your be all end all shouldn't be Jimmy Butler. If you know what I mean, if you're looking for offense.
So no Heat culture can overcome that.
I don't think so. I don't think so.
You said no.
And even if we want to go back to last year, I don't think they're beating the Warriors in that finals. I think the Celtics really had the best bet as far as that. And if they win against the Bucks, I don't even see them going past the Bucks. So I don't even got them past the Sixers this year. So no, I don't even see them coming out the East this year.
I'm agreeing with you. I'm gonna say false as well. I asked that question though because I think it was off camera. We didn't have this conversation on camera, but I think off camera, you were telling me about how you thought they had a lack of shooting anyway, and that Atlanta is better than them. And I was like, no way. And then
Atlanta's making noise.
Atlanta started snapping, bro. Atlanta started snapping.
I think early, and I'm gonna say it now before it gets popping. I think early we need to realize what two playmakers could do for a team. We seen what happened with the James Harden Rockets. That team got to its peak. They were one game away from the finals when they had Chris Paul with them. Unfortunately, Chris Paul got hurt, so we didn't see what that came to. It's a team with Trae Young and DeJounte Murray. Trae Young's not the only playmaker over there. I think that's going to like definitely stretch out what they can do. But yeah, I definitely feel like that's another team. I don't think they're better than the Hawks this year. Just letting y'all know, but.
All right, next question. The Jazz will make the playoffs.
False.
I don't think they can keep it up.
I don't. I'm just going with my gut on that. I don't know when it's going to slow down, but at a certain point, teams are going to get more serious. Teams are going to have to start picking it up. And I don't think they want to win as an organization. And once December 15th hit, I could see people getting traded to get more picks and stack up the deck a little bit more. So, no, I don't think they're going to win. Now, what I don't want to do is I don't want to go later in the season and be like, oh, this team beat the Jazz. They're a bad team. They're a top team in the league. You know what I mean? Like that's what they're doing now. But no, I don't think they're going to be able to keep it up. What do you think?
Respect what they need. All right. See, I did think about the trading the current players that they got for more draft picks because I do know that's the organization goal. So if they do, then no, they won't make the playoffs. But I think to keep it a beam
with the team that they got right now.
The team that they got right now. To keep the team that they got right now, then they'll make the play-in.
If they can, all right. So I'll say this: if they can keep this going until like mid-January and still have the same team, then I think that they just have no other choice but to go to the play-in.
That's how I feel.
If they start losing, it's going to look kind of bad. It's going to look like you're tanking. They're going to lose some picks. We're going to send you to the G League, but
they're going to send you to the G League. Bring a G League.
So are you stamping true or are you stamping false?
I'm gonna stamp true.
Stamp true. Okay, I like that.
Because based on the team that they got right now, and this conversation right now in this time period, I'm stamping true. Because they balling, bro.
They are hooping.
Marketing is hooping. Who's cuz? He's hooping, bro.
Yeah.
Laurie Marketing, right? I'm saying his name.
Yeah,
right?
I thought Colin Sexton would be the guy to get a lot of points over there.
But no, Jordan Clarkson.
Yeah, he's still over there. He's averaging 14, I think.
I think so too.
But it's Jordan Clarkson, Larry Marketing, THT. It's a lot of guys.
I was just about to say, at the same time, everybody can get you like 17 points.
Yeah.
To 20 points any day. You feel me? And Clarkson over there having the time of his life. You feel me? He looking like Luke Will.
Yeah.
When he went to Atlanta, bro. He time of his life over there. All right, I'm gonna speed this up.
That's okay.
That was West. All right, we're gonna do another East one.
Okay.
The 76ers will win the East.
True. We coming.
Oh, he said true. So to break that question down, I gotta say that means that they beating the Bucks.
We might even see the Bucks, but if we see them, yeah, watch out. You feel me?
Watch out.
Reason being, it's about that time. It's about that time. It's been too many. We're tired. You know what I mean? But I do think like this is kind of like our best shot. I think not only is there a chance that we lose Doc Rivers if we don't get any further. I think it's a chance that like it might be our last chance. You know what I mean? Like just being realistically speaking. Yes, Max is getting better, but Harden's getting older. Embiid is getting to that stage, even though he is young, that he's aging his body. Mm-hmm. So,
yeah,
I think they're hungry. So, yes, we coming.
It's a hard question. Oh, I'm going to say false.
You don't think they're beating the Celtics or the Bucks?
I think, low key, they could lose to the Hawks.
I think, listen, the East is so deep, I feel like you could lose to a lot of teams.
I can see the heartbreak in losing to the Hawks thing. And what's scaring me really is because I don't like the defensive guards, like we need somebody to defend Trae Young. You're not gonna stop Trae Young. Don't get me wrong, you're not gonna stop Trae Young, but we need somebody to be able to be like, yo, stay on him and bother him and make it uncomfortable for him. And I think that's the only thing that kept the Heat around when they played them. Yeah. Is that they got somebody to go out there and just harass him. Yeah. And to a certain extent. Again, you're not gonna stop Trae Young, but
we don't even got a guy for DeJounte Murray.
And I just seen. Did you see? First of all, he's the funniest guy in the NBA. I'm not gonna lie. He low key is the funniest player in the NBA. Y'all gotta watch him, bro. Cause he think he the best player in the NBA. He really do.
I love the confidence.
Like he really do, and he don't go out and say it. It's the way he play, bro. It's the actions that he do after he hit the shot. It's the way he be looking at people. It's the way he takes certain people. Like he takes certain people out the dribble. You be like, bro, you got so much confidence to be taking him out the dribble in that situation.
It reminds me of, even though he gets more, he's not the better player, but he gets more media attention. It reminds me of like how Jordan Poole would just be trying stuff. It was like, where did he even think to do that?
And what worried me about them in that game is Murray was locking down Maxey at a certain point. He was really getting into him. Yeah. And I was like, oh, that might be his thing. Like I said, that's why I seen the fire in Murray's eyes. I'm like, yo, for some reason he woke up and was like, bro, I want to pick on Maxey today. Like I heard so much about bro. Like they said he hot. Let me go ahead and show y'all he not that. And that was like the first time I seen somebody focus on Maxey.
Yeah, Maxey isn't used to being the first option as a guard.
Yeah, or just like the fact that somebody gonna be focused on him. Like, all right, that's our third option. Like, how about even that? He not even used to really being an option. Period. Yeah, so when somebody like, oh, we gotta stop Maxey, we stop Maxey.
Game plan against.
We will know that because listen, being real, if you stop Maxey, you low key slow the team down because then it's just gonna be on Harden. I'm not on Harden. It's going to just be on Embiid because Harden is not going to give you a million buckets. He's just not. He's not at that point where he give you a million buckets no more. Like, don't depend on him for that. He kind of remind me of D-Wade at the later years, the second half of when they was winning rings and stuff like that.
Oh, when they had LeBron?
Yeah, when they had LeBron. LeBron was doing most of the work. You feel me? D-Wade was a supporting role. You feel me? And this is where Harden is at now. This is what it looked like. He not. Y'all going to get y'all hopes up thinking that this man going to give you like 40, 45 or whatever like that. Listen, he can, but it's
that in and that out.
Nah, it's not like that.
It's not 2018.
Not even when when you need it. It's not even going to happen when you need it. You feel me? You just gonna have to be cool with the 21. You feel me? In the assist, in the boards. So that being said, Maxey, he might have to take a step forward faster and just be more ready for that. Because when people are gonna really start focusing on that, like, yeah, we shut him down. That's game. You feel me? Because we could let Embiid score a million buckets and they're not gonna win. Because that's all they got is Maxey. You feel me? That's another thing going on. Man, cut like J. Cole. Oh man.
Tobias
Harris. You gonna have to step up too. You gonna have to step up too.
And
some more buckets.
Quick plug before we go to the next question. Shout out J. Cole for releasing that Dreamer edition.
Yes.
On the cover of 2K. He's on more covers than your favorite player. Some of your favorite players. So Shout out to you, Cole. Living your dreams.
Huh. All right. You got some questions, right?
Oh yes, I do. That was the end for yours.
Yeah.
Cool. I got some. I'm gonna stay on the East Coast for now, since we already on the East Coast, and then we're gonna take a trip out west. You know what I mean? All right. So, will Ben Simmons get it together?
All right, by get it together, what does that mean?
True, false. So right now, I know he's coming off the bench. What I'm seeing is he's still the best defender on the team, but he's not an anchor, and that's what he's not really that kind of style player. But
so will he become
more? Not even will he become something more like that. He can maintain the defense he's becoming, but can he be more aggressive? Because what I'm seeing him stop at the perimeter and look for Kyrie and KD. And now it's not even Kyrie KD. It's not even Kyrie and KD. It's just KD at this point with the factors that's going on. Do you think he can get at least to?
Is he gonna get it together? No.
Okay. Do you think this is Ben Simmons like as we know it now? Like
true. This is gonna be Ben Simmons as you know it. I think I think he'll score more as the time goes on, but don't expect like 18, 20. It's not gonna be that no more. He's gonna do 10 and 12. He's gonna be like Lonzo Ball numbers. It's gonna be like 10, 12. He's gonna try to get the assist. It may come, it may not. He's not gonna be Ben Simmons that we used to see when he came out. You feel me? Which is different. You feel me? Him banging and all that. Nah. Yeah. He'll catch some lobs. But I'm like, remember when Blake Griffin was over there? He gonna be playing like a Blake Griffin role over there. Like, that's what he gonna be like. And he'll probably get more tick than that. But
better
he's
defender.
Gonna play. So he's gonna play that Blake Griffin role, and that's sad. But
I'm rooting for him, but I'm gonna also say false. This has been like so long. You hopped on that JJ Redick podcast. He was like, yeah, I'm ready. And then, you know what I mean? I don't know what's going on over there. I know it's a lot. You haven't played in a couple of years, and that's not the same for people, but...
And it's a bad team for him to be on.
With everything
going on, this is a bad team for him to be on.
Yeah, I just don't think moving forward, especially like with his name, like I feel like if he gets traded again, you're not getting James Harden for him. Or whatever, with the Sixers got
like that. Yeah.
So it's just like it's not like he's gonna go to a team that has as much faith in him as the Sixers did. But my next question, which kind of goes into that, are the Nets still contenders? True or false?
True or false? The Nets are contenders.
I will say, with the circumstances, I would say we can plug Kyrie in just to make that, because I say without Kyrie, no. But let's plug Kyrie in. Let's say, saying Kyrie's coming back, are they still contenders?
No.
False.
Okay. Extenders, false. Because I really just don't think they can get it together. Like, it seemed like KD don't want him there. Like, he don't want to play. Like, I feel like he don't want to play with Kyrie. Yeah, he over it.
He even said that the problem with LeBron is, which is not his fault, is there's a lot of like media that comes with it, and a lot of toxic stuff that's outside of basketball. And that's kind of is what's happening with Kyrie. I'm not saying it's Kyrie's fault at all, but I'm just saying it's what comes with it.
Right. Yeah.
But last question for the East. Are we replacing the Nets or just any team with the Hawks as contenders now? Are we seriously looking at the Hawks?
Yeah, but I always kind of thought they was up there and like that. Like I always figured they'll finish 5th or 6th, something like that.
But do you see like 3 and 4 with this whole DeJounte Murray? I think they're hanging around that area right now.
They hanging around that area. They can slide up to 3 or 4.
Like, do you like them better than you like the Bulls?
But then, you know what? Yeah, you're right. They're better than the Bulls. They'll be better than the Heat probably.
Okay.
But that's the one right there, the Heat.
Yeah, but after that, now you're looking Celtics, Bucks.
They're not better than Celtics, not better than the Bucks right now. Not better than the Sixers. But, I mean, listen, they just smoked the Bucks, too. I can't even lie.
They beat the Sixers.
But they did beat the Sixers.
Did Giannis play that game, though? I know Giannis been doing
Giannis did play that game, but who didn't play and who they needed was Drew Holiday.
Yeah, and he didn't play. Chris Middleton's still out as well.
And Chris Middleton's still out.
So let's not forget that.
Let's not forget that. But they really did need Drew Holiday in that game because he was smoking them. And if Drew Holiday was out there, he would have locked them up. And I seen that. Okay. I was just like, he was out there smoking them. Like, yo, give me Drew. He needs a Drew out there, bro. Give me Drew. Where Drew at?
Yeah, Drew Holiday. Definitely. Drew Holiday is a little weird for me. I wish his offensive bag was a little bit, or his ability to get consistent buckets was a little bit better.
Get a bucket though. Don't get me wrong.
He is a problem, but I wish it was a little bit more consistent, being that especially him being in the league so long, but his defense is always going to be there. He's one of the top 5 perimeter defenders night in, night out, in my opinion.
In the league, definitely.
It's a guy that we don't talk about much. SGA. Second team All NBA. True or false? He's looking great. He's been good. He hasn't shown us this much, but he's been good, y'all.
This is a good question.
Let's not forget he was in that trade for Paul George and all those picks.
This is a good question. Ooh. I'm gonna say true. I'm gonna say true. I don't think he gonna keep up this amount of play.
Yes.
Going throughout the year. This is gonna be his year where everybody gonna look at him like, yo, he's somebody.
Especially he's getting more touches with Chet not playing this year.
Yeah, he can. So we'll see what's going on because I'll be forgetting about Chet because he got hurt, and I'll be forgetting that he's supposed to come back and make that franchise look crazy. So we'll see. We gotta see him come back. So I repeat the cuz.
Last question kind of connects to the SGA thing. I wanted to ask, are we gonna see him? But we don't know that. Nobody really knows. Not even Ty Lue knows. Are we still taking the Clippers serious? I feel like every year it's like Clippers this year. I think we give them a lot of like, I feel like they're kind of like a little brother kind of role in the league. We give them a lot of like, a lot of flack. We be like, all right, it's cool. This person was injured. This wasn't working out for him. Are we still taking the Clippers serious this year?
True. Take them serious. Whenever Kawhi comes back, whenever he feels like playing ball, whenever you feel like playing, you feel me? They gonna look nice. I think they gonna look nice. We're gonna take them serious. Are they gonna win the West? No. I still think they're not better than the Warriors. And I think the Grizzlies will give them problems too. And the Nuggets to keep it a being. Because the Nuggets are healthy this year. Excuse me. So they are serious. They also have the ability to beat those teams I just named. But at the same time, those teams can beat them. So it's just like, they serious. I'm going to have to see when Kawhi come back and how he look to know how serious to take them. But I do take them serious. Like I hate it.
I'm going to say false, though. Reason why you said, "Oh, that's a bad job."
No,
listen. Oh, you wasn't done?
No, I wasn't expecting that.
All right, cool. Reason why I'm gonna say false is because they did a lot of work in the past season. I was like looking at them. They got Norman Powell. Before Kawhi went out, they got Luke Kennard. Recently they got Robert Covington, and then they just grabbed John Wall. They're grabbing all these guys to work with Kawhi, and they even had a team which was a little scary when he first got Kawhi too. But the thing is just like, they're used to playing Paul George as the first option and John Wall being that second option. I just think that chemistry is just always going to be a problem. And I don't know, and I'm not seeing chemistry, locker room chemistry. I don't know. Like the guys might think.
On the court.
Yeah, but on the court, you're not used to having Kawhi next to you. And it kind of showed in the playoffs that first year that they had him. They were just like, it wasn't like a lot of on-team chemistry, especially with like Kawhi and Paul George taking a lot of days off. So I honestly don't think they beat those teams like the Warriors if they get it together. And I could definitely see him lose to the Warriors. I still see him having trouble against the Mavericks. So, no.
That's always the wild card. It's always the wild card.
And the reason why I'm not taking them seriously, I do think they can still be a playoff team. I still think they can make the Western Conference Finals. But at this point, it's like, can you get to a championship? And I don't think that's the case. Because, like, the team that traded all their picks right next to you in LA, they went and they got their championship. Now we're kind of looking at you like you traded all those picks. You gave up SGA. He's hooping. You kind of got to, you know what I mean? And
y'all still the Clippers.
And source of information I didn't have. Someone said on Twitter, they said SGA, they traded someone better than Brandon Ingram, which the Lakers traded for Paul George. And they also traded more picks than what the Lakers got traded for AD. So it's kind of, I mean, I know that's more of narrative based, but they did give up more assets for that. So, I don't know.
Y'all ain't get y'all chip yet.
Yeah.
Y'all ain't get y'all chip yet.
Or into the championship, period. They didn't even get there. So, like, we'll see, though.
We'll see. All right, we're going to wrap it up right here. Thanks for rocking with us. You feel me, on Any Hoop Podcast. If you're looking for more, you feel me, stay tuned. Every 2 weeks, we like to post our podcast, so stay tuned. Another 2 weeks, we posting another episode. In the meantime, though, you can chill with us on Instagram. You feel me, at Any Hoop Pod 215. Also got a TikTok. TikTok's the same?
Yeah, TikTok, Any Hoop Podcast. Any Hoop Podcast, not 215.
All right, Any Hoop Podcast. Just Any Hoop Podcast on the TikTok, you feel me? And we got Twitch, too. Any Hoop Podcast 215. We're going to be doing, like, you can chill with us and watch a live game with us, maybe, you know. Yeah, we still gotta know if y'all like that though.
Might be playing some 2K in there. I don't know if y'all into 2K at all.
If y'all into 2K too, yeah, we could do a 2K stream on that. You feel me?
Might talk about basketball all the way on there or something like that.
Something like that, you know. Extra content may be coming on that joint soon. So stay tuned. If you want to follow that now, you can go ahead and follow that now. Content will be coming soon.
I'm looking for him, but the names are gonna be somewhere over here.
Somewhere around
there. The ads somewhere.
Somewhere around
in the corner or something.
Well, you know what I mean? Until next time, thanks for rocking with us.